Alright, we got botany up to 56, which means I have 2 quests that are available to me right now. Level 53, Onions of Life Bestowing, given to us by Mujih, Marilla, hard to pronounce that name. We are in Ishgard, pretty dang close to the main Aetheryte. Here we go. Perfect timing, Mercy. Word arrived from Basyle not a moment ago. He has a task and bids you come to Camp Cloudtop. Let us go at once. If you'll recall, he is trying to establish, Basyle is trying to establish something that looks like, gardening, planting, like having crops planted there in a way that is actually effective to provide food, I suppose, to the people here. But can I fly here? Oh, thank God. If not, I would have to do all those plus quests and whatever. Okay. Just southwest of the Camp Cloudtop Aetheryte, we do see what kind of looks like some pumpkins. We have these rows of pumpkins. They're kind of in a crescent shape. They seem to be doing okay, but there are some black and some orange. I don't know if a black pumpkin is a healthy one, but these kind of don't look healthy. And the orange doesn't look like a vibrant orange, if that's anything. We'll see. Basyle to continue. My thanks for coming on such short notice. To begin with, I'd like to ask your advice on crops that would thrive in this environment. Right now, our principal crop is a strain of pumpkin native to these isles. With some experimentation, we've succeeded in cultivating it. Unfortunately, hardly anything else grows that's a viable food source. It has something to do with the ratio of wind to earth aspect of ether up here. There's a much higher concentration of the former, you see, and hardly any of the latter. Gishel greens are just about the only other thing that has worked out, and though these aren't the same as what we have in Corthus either. It may interest you to know that the seeds came to us from Gridania, from the Botanist Guild. Roy DeLoyne urged me to give them a try, and lo and behold, they cropped up like weeds. Strange things do happen, eh? But in the end, Gishel greens are fit only for the chocobos, and what little I'm managing to grow at the moment doesn't make up for the shortfall of supplies. If we're to keep feeding the garrison, we need to find more crops that grow and set about growing them as soon as possible. Or soon we'll all be supping on bird fodder. And so I'd like to ask your opinion. In selecting a crop, what quality is the most critical? Hardiness to cold or hardiness to elevation? It's not cold here. Elevation doesn't make sense though. But it's not cold here. There's no snow here. So I guess elevation? I see. In that case, we might try a plant that's native to highland regions. That reminds me. A hunter I spoke with recently mentioned having seen wild onions in the Dravanian forelands. Cyclops onions, they're called. I've gathered some recently, and I fancy our chances of cultivating them. If we succeed, they would make a welcome addition to our rations. I'd be grateful if you could gather and bring me 10 bulbs. Okay. We happen to get a pop here. I have Truth of Forests on, which if you've been following any of my botany videos, or even like a cooking video I did recently, there is one node. It's timed, so like at 6 a.m. Eorzea time, and usually it's like a 3-hour window, so from 6 to 9 a.m. You'll have a chance, like anywhere on this map. Oh God, it could pop. And luckily, we got flying. It does. When it popped, it did tell me. Oh, it didn't give me a distance. Okay, never mind. I thought it gave me a distance at some point, but I guess not. You could go online. There is a resource I use if I need to harvest something. I can find out where and when it pops. It doesn't give me the exact location. To find the exact location, you type in the name in a Google search, go onto a Eorzea database, and usually somebody has posted in the comments like exactly where they found it. And I do believe it does not ever change. One difference between level 50 and then 51 to 60 is that for level 50, the thing will only spawn... Where is this? It looks like it's... Hold on. What's going on here? It will only spawn, like, either blank AM or blank PM, but they made it so that in the 51 to 60 range, at least, it'll do AM and PM, so like 10 AM and 10 PM. We found an unspoiled mature tree with things I have not gathered yet. Heaven's Lemon and Avalathine Mistletoe. I will pop my plus 50% because I have no other use for that GP right now. I'll get, probably gonna need these for crafting. I'll get Mistletoe, not so much, but I'll grab three harvests of each. It might be 3, I might get a bonus. I didn't get any bonus, that's fine. Okay. In this case, and then once you get that node, you no longer sense unspoiled mature trees. But always keep this on as much as you can, just for the heck of it. Cyclops onions. I don't recall if I've gathered any of those. So let's go back to Foundation first, which is Ishgard. I need 10. And I think it's extremely unlikely that I have gathered, or sorry, that I still have 10. Is the better way to put that. So, we'll go to we'll go to the gathering timer. Make sure that we are in Heaven's Word. What? Are they not timed? Hold on. Are they not timed? Ephemeral? What does that mean? In addition to regular gathering points, there also exist nodes known as ephemeral gathering points. Even though these points may appear in your gathering log, depending on the time of day, they may remain hidden in the field. Yeah, dude, I just explained that. Okay. Whatever. Cyclops onions are hidden. That sucks. Okay. Have I gathered any? Let's go to the... I gotta go to my retainers. Wait, that's what I meant. Sorry. They are not timed. I have 11. Oh, I'm so happy I came here first instead of trying to find these hidden bitches. Hell yeah. But if you need to find them, they are... Where are you? They are hidden, and if you're a botanist, you know how to work the menu here. Just to the northeast of Tailfeather. I'm surprised I have so many. What was I doing to get that many? Anyway, we'll click back here. 165 teleports us back, which is with, I think, a discount. Yeah, we have reduced rates right now, so cool. Didn't need to use the timer after all. We fly back over to Basyle after teleporting back to the Sea of Clouds. Cloud Top. Have you gathered the Cyclops onions? They can be found growing in wild in the Dravanian Forelands. Hand them over 10. I have 1 left, which is usually I just need 1 for 1 craft, but I'll probably have to get more for future culinarian crafts. My, they're far larger than I dared hope. My thanks, Mercy. I shall try growing them in our test plot right away. A test plot, you say? That was Mujih. That's right, miss. Before we grow something in earnest, we need to make certain that it won't be a detriment to other crops. Though sustenance is important, so too is sustainability. If we don't think ahead, we're liable to damage the environment, and that will leave us with nothing. I see. Pioneers must be at once bold and cautious, a delicate balancing act. With that, I believe I have sufficient material for my first article. I'll go on back to Ishgard to send my notes to the chief editor. See you at the Aetheryte Plaza, Mercy. Somebody just pulled up on a motorcycle. Fucking hilarious. The mounts you can get in this game. I just got a couple new variations on my Jazz Wolf, and I liked him enough. You know, I didn't have to buy him, but there's like an event going on where you get these irregular tomestones, and there are 2 mounts and like 1 or 2 minions that I got. I had nothing else really interested me. Yeah, we'll go back to Ishgard. And directly to the west of the main Aetheryte, we have Mujih. Again, Mujih. I'm just pronouncing it Mujih. Probably Mujih. I don't know. I don't care. Glad tidings, Mercy. The chief editor was utterly taken with by my draft, and the first installment of my series will soon grace the Raven. Oh, and lest you worry, I'll make sure to withhold names and locations. It's an Ishgardian outpost, after all, and we can't well have such details known to all and sundry. Ah, but have a listen to this. So it was that the dilemma of a suitable crop was solved thanks to the ingenuity of one humble botanist. It shall not be long ere this azure frontier is blanketed in life-giving Cyclops onions. And that's how I'm planning to close the article. I see you're not entirely convinced that the dilemma is solved. Well, it practically is. Only I can't write practically. The statement would lose something for it. As before, I'll remain in Ishgard to await word from Basyle. I look forward to the next task. We get a new scythe, level 53. That is our offhand, right? Yeah. And Tree Whisper 5 is a trait, okay? Allows you to better identify the characteristics of a mature tree or patch of lush vegetation, further improving chances of enhanced gathering when conditions... What conditions? Okay, whatever. This is my first level 53 gathering gear. I'm going to be doing the fishing quest right after. I'm going to do the fishing quest now, actually. Level 53. I can kind of ping back and forth and then decide what I want to buy when I do both level 55 gathering quests, but anyway. Cool. So, for now... They all have gathering. That's new. See, okay. So head is perception, body is gathering perception, hands are gathering, legs are gathering perception, and then feet are perception. So, okay, maybe that hasn't changed. Maybe I'm dumb. What's the biggest boost right now? It's the body, but I wanna... Okay, I'm gonna get 2 of these, so let's not worry too much about it. I'm gonna buy the rest later on, so I'm gonna get body and pants, I think. Although the gathering from hands is pretty monumental. 42? We'll see. So the hands would boost me 20, and the pants would boost me less than 20. Okay, whatever. So body for now. Onions of Life Bestowing is complete. Hidden characteristics, okay. While the Whisperer traits, Stone Whisper for Miner's Tree for Botanist, grant you the ability to recognize the Gathering Node's hidden characteristics, there are some characteristics that require the acquisition of further traits to uncover. Even then, the characteristics will not always be visible, so when they are, do not miss out on the chance to exploit them. So it gave me a better chance to get hidden stuff, I think is kind of what I'm getting from it. Ooh, I like this vest. I will use this for glamour later on, probably. Let's pop that on our botanist now. Let's pop that on my fisher as well. Cool. Alright, so that quest is over. This video is over, and I will see you soon for whatever video of mine you watch next. Bye-bye for now. That's the wrong button. This is the right button.